Hi there, I'm Laura Kurtz. I'm a social psychologist and program manager for the Love Consortium. In this video, I'll be walking you through the process to submit a dataset description to the Love Consortium Dataverse or the Global Gratitude Dataverse. Before you begin, it's helpful to have on hand any study materials that will make the submission process easier. We'll be asking for information about the data collection methods you used, variables included in your dataset, and characteristics of your sample. Having that information readily accessible will really help to streamline the process. We also recommend that you take a moment to review the resources on our website. These include a step-by-step guide, as well as 2 worksheets you can download to complete offline. These worksheets are especially helpful as they contain all of the metadata fields that you'll be asked to complete during the submission process. They also provide an opportunity for you to invite others to work on the submission with you. For faculty, this is a great way to get new graduate students involved and familiar with existing data in your lab. Just complete the worksheets together offline and then copy your responses into the submission template when you're ready. Of course, you don't have to complete the offline worksheets and are welcome to just jump right into the Dataverse instead. The submission process can take between 30 minutes and a couple of hours, depending on how detailed you'd like to be in your responses. In this video, we break the process down into 6 steps, only 4 of which are required. Let's get started. The first step in the submission process is to create an account. In your browser, head over to the Love Consortium Dataverse. Once there, click Login in the upper right-hand corner and locate your institution from the drop-down list. Click Continue and follow the prompts on your screen to log in using your institution's credentials. If your institution is not in the drop-down list, email us at theloveconsortium@unc.edu and we'll be happy to assist. Once logged into the Love Consortium Dataverse, you'll progress to step 2, creating a record. First, determine whether you'd like to submit your dataset description to the Love Consortium Dataverse or the Global Gratitude Dataverse. If your dataset contains any measure of gratitude, from an item in a larger emotion scale to a multi-phase gratitude intervention, it's eligible for inclusion in the Global Gratitude Dataverse. You can either post it directly to the Global Gratitude Dataverse or post it to the Love Consortium Dataverse and then ask us to cross-link it to show up in both dataverses. If you're unsure of where to post your dataset description, send us an email and together we'll determine the best location for it. Once you're in your selected dataverse, click the Add Data button and then New Dataset. For the sake of this video, I'll be selecting the Love Consortium Dataverse, but the process to submit to the Global Gratitude Dataverse is nearly identical, except that you would select Add Data, New Dataset from within the Global Gratitude Dataverse. Once you click New Dataset, you'll be taken to the main submission window. Check that the dataset template says either the Love Consortium submission template, or if you're submitting directly to the Global Gratitude Dataverse, it'll say Global Gratitude Submission Template. Step 3, describe your data. This is the most involved step of the process, and at first glance, it may feel a bit daunting. However, only a subset of the fields you'll see in the submission template are required. Those fields will be denoted by a red asterisk. The rest of the fields are optional. You get to choose how much detail you want to provide in this step. Keep in mind, though, that the more detail you provide, the more likely others are to find your data set and reach out to collaborate. Scrolling down, you'll see that the template is split into a few different sections. This first section asks for your name and contact information, a high-level description of your data set, and any keywords that you'd like to call out in association with your data set. You can also list any publications that already use the data you're describing, provide more information about any grants that funded the data collection, and add links to any additional study materials or information already hosted online. For any fields that include a plus sign to the right, you'll want to add responses one at a time. So if, for instance, you published multiple papers using your data, you'll add the information for your first paper here, page 1, click the Add button, and provide information for your second paper, and so forth, adding as many additional fields as needed. This is also how you can add other co-authors to your data record here up at the top, as well as any other people who should receive notifications should anyone reach out about your data set. You'll also see as you go through the template that we've included additional guidance within the open-ended text fields. You can also hover over any question marks for additional information. The next two sections ask for information on the geographic coverage of your data, as well as any sampling procedures or collection modes that you used. Finally, the last section includes the Love Consortium's customized metadata fields. Scrolling through these fields, you'll see that we've included a number of drop-down items, as well as open text fields. The fields you see in this section were created to maximize searchability and directly address many of the needs that researchers in our community have. A number of these fields correspond to the filters that are visible on the left-hand side when searching the Dataverse for relevant data sets. Therefore, we encourage you to take your time responding to these fields especially to ensure that your data set description shows up in search results. Once you've reached the bottom of the Love Consortium metadata block, you'll be ready for step 4. Uploading supplementary files. In addition to completing the metadata fields, you also have the option of uploading supplementary files. These include any codebooks, detailed procedural information, or even data files. Note that any data files must be de-identified and stripped of sensitive variables, and you must also have permission to share the data. Data files should be saved in one of the following formats for best preservation. All other files should be saved as PDF or text files. Be sure to include the title of your study, authors' names, and contact information on all pages of your document. When you're ready to upload a file, click Select Files to add and locate the file on your computer. Edit the file name as needed and add a description. If you want users to have to request access from you before downloading a file, select the checkbox next to the file, followed by Edit and Restrict. Here, you can note any specific terms of access to that file and click Enable Access Request. This will trigger an email to be sent to you whenever a user requests your file. Click Continue. You'll see that restricted files are denoted by a green lock symbol. You can unrestrict a file by selecting it, hitting Edit, and Unrestrict. Once all of your files are uploaded, click Save Dataset. The last required step of the submission process is to review your record. This is your chance to go back over everything before you hit Submit. Scroll down to review your files, as well as your metadata. If any edits are needed, click Edit Dataset and Metadata. Once you've made any edits, click Save Changes. We also encourage you to review the terms of use by selecting Edit Dataset, Terms, make any edits, specify any additional restrictions or requirements, and click Save Changes. When you're ready to submit your record, click Submit for Review. A member of the TLC team will review your record for clarity, ask any additional questions, and publish your record when ready. We'll also ask whether you'd like your dataset description to be cross-linked to another Dataverse. Finally, we recognize that many of our community members have existing Open Science Framework accounts. If you have an existing OSF account and would like to connect it to the Love Consortium Dataverse, follow the instructions provided at the following link. Note, you must create an account with the Love Consortium Dataverse before you're able to connect your OSF account to the Dataverse. I hope this video has been helpful in detailing the submission process to the Love Consortium Dataverse and the Global Gratitude Dataverse. Again, we encourage you to review the materials available on our website and to, of course, reach out should you have any questions along the way. Thanks for watching.